I am breaking down the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, and today I'm looking at Trump accounts. These are savings accounts that will be set up by the federal government for children born in the years 2025 through 2028. That happens to coincide with Trump's presidential term, so that's why they're called Trump accounts. And the federal government will put in $1,000 for each of these kids, and the idea is that it will grow for the next 18 years, and then they will have a little pot of money, a little nest egg to do something with, whether that is go to college or do any kind of workforce training, buy a house, have a family. There are lots of exceptions or reasons they can take the money out and not be penalized with that 10% penalty. It is basically an IRA. So it follows the same structure, the same taxation as an IRA. The children would be taxed on the money at 18 if they withdrew it, even if it was for a specified reason. So it is taxable upon withdrawal. The 10% penalty can be avoided though if they meet one of those exceptions. Again, the exceptions are having the birth of adoption of a child, first-time home buyer, starting a business, higher ed expenses, disability. Okay, those are just some of them. There are other exceptions, but those are the main ones. The child could also just leave it there and let it grow until they decide to retire. The government will put in the $1,000 seed money for these newborns. Any children that under the age of 18 can also have one of these accounts started for them, but they just won't get the extra $1,000 from the government. So you just have to be born during Trump presidency to get the $1,000. Parents can contribute. Other people anybody can contribute, I guess, on the behalf of the child. There's talk about some state governments contributing for children. There's employers can contribute as a benefit for their employees. So there's other ways to make this account grow. The contributions are not tax deductible. There's no really tax benefit for the parents to contribute to the accounts. They may still want to do a 529 account for college savings because those have a little bit more of a tax benefit as far as there are some state deductions and things like that for 529 with 529 contributions. The withdrawals again can't be made till they're 18. When they withdraw it at 18, possibly have a 10% penalty if it's not for a specified reason. There's no income criteria, so anybody qualifies. Anybody that has a child who is a U.S. citizen in the years 2025 to 28 can get this $1,000. So it's kind of a why not situation. Just take it. Just have that money sitting in that account for the kid. Forget about it for 18 years. They'll have a little something to put toward a closing cost on a house or something. I don't know. In 18 years, it will grow. How much it'll grow, I don't know. You don't have flexibility of like choosing what it's invested in or anything like that. It's pretty set. I think it said it would be invested in a U.S. stock index fund. So you don't have a whole lot of control over that. But again, it's just an IRA for newborns. Basically, what it is. So think of it as an IRA. Think of it as it's not just a savings account that you can take money in and out of for the child. But take the $1,000 seed money. Why not let it sit there? See what happens in 18 years. There's really no reason not to do that. There's not a whole lot of guidance out there right now about these accounts. What is out there contradicts each other, to be honest. These are not going to be available till July of 26, so there's just not a lot of information out there right now. So the beginning of the year in 26, I expect there to be more information out there of how to sign up or how they work, how you manage it, how you contribute to it, all those things. So we'll see. I've read that it would automatically be set up for the child when the parent files the tax return that claims the newborn, as a dependent. I don't know. There's lots of different things thrown around out there of how it may work, how it may end up working. So just be on the lookout. If you are having a child, a grandchild in the year 25 to 28, then, just kind of be on alert. Keep looking at information about these Trump accounts because, might as well get the $1,000 for free and on behalf of your child. If you have any questions about it, I'll try to find answers to see what's out there. But there's not a lot of guidance right now, but just keep it on your radar if this applies to you.